Disney stories feel harmless. They look like simple fairy tales meant to stay on the screen, but sometimes they don't. When children see a brave princess kiss a frog to break a curse, some don't see it as fiction. They see it as something they can try. In real life, kids copied that moment. They picked up real frogs. In hopes of magic, they kissed them. Instead, many ended up sick. Doctors traced it back to bacteria carried by the animals. No curse was broken, no miracles happened. Just fear, pain, and hospital visits. That is the disturbing part. A fantasy moment turned into real harm without warning. Magic looks safe, but it doesn't come with safety labels. When fantasy starts affecting real life, it makes you wonder what else was hidden inside those movies without anyone noticing. Today, people don't just watch movies. They pause them. They zoom in. They slow them down, frame by frame. And when they did that with Disney films, many noticed strange details hiding in the backgrounds. Shapes, words, symbols that seem out of place in children's stories. Some appear in the sky, others in posters, dust, or shadows. Disney has given explanations, but the questions never fully went away. Why were these details there at all? Were they jokes, accidents, or something slipped through without care? What makes it unsettling is not one image, but how often people claim to see them. When patterns repeat, curiosity turns into discomfort, and once you notice them, it's hard to unsee them. But not every disturbing detail is hidden in shadows or frames. Some are right in front of us and still ignored. She has a crown. She has a castle. The movie is even named after her, yet she is barely there. One famous princess appears for only a short time in her own story. She speaks very little. Large parts of the movie move on without her at all. Others decide her fate. Others drive the story forward. She sleeps. She waits. Then it ends. This isn't loud or shocking, it's quiet. And that's what makes it disturbing. A character meant to lead is pushed to the side, almost erased from her own tale. It raises an uncomfortable question. In stories meant for children, whose voices mattered most, and whose stories were treated as background noise? And while some characters are pushed aside quietly, others are used to pull our emotions exactly where Disney wants them. There is a moment in one Disney film that breaks people every time. A quiet house, bright balloons, a man holding on to memories instead of letting go. It feels hopeful. It feels possible. But in the real world, that scene could never happen. What you see would take millions of balloons and more time than a lifetime. The house would never rise. The journey would never begin. Disney knows this, yet the scene works because it speaks to loss, love, and second chances. Facts don't matter in that moment, feelings do. And that's the point. Disney doesn't sell reality, it sells emotion. The illusion matters more than the truth. That same focus on feeling over truth doesn't stop at the movies. It continues in the real world Disney created. Disney parks look open and welcoming, but they are built on strict control. From the start, appearance mattered more than comfort. Workers had to follow exact rules about hair, clothes, and even facial hair. These rules were not random. They came from one clear vision of what magic should look like. Anything that broke the image was not allowed. The goal was perfection, not freedom. Visitors saw smiles and order, never the rules behind them. But magic like this doesn't happen on its own. It has to be controlled, shaped, and enforced. Behind every perfect photo was a long list of rules. In the end, the image always came first. When control becomes part of the image, it naturally grows beyond people and into the space itself. Most people think of Disney World as a vacation spot. In reality, it is closer to a city. Its size matches major urban areas. Roads, transport systems, hotels, and hidden buildings stretch for miles. It runs like its own world, with its own rules and systems. Visitors rarely see how much happens behind the scenes. Everything is planned. Every path, every view, every movement is guided. That scale is what makes it unsettling. You're not just walking through rides, you're inside a massive, controlled space designed to keep the illusion alive. At that point, it stops being simple entertainment. It becomes something much bigger. This isn't just a theme park, it's an empire. And inside a world this carefully designed, even the smallest details were chosen to feel real at any cost. The ride feels playful. Music plays, people laugh, it feels safe. But in its early days, something about it was very wrong. Some of the decorations were not fake. They were real human bones. Disney used them because plastic props did not look real enough. That choice alone changes everything. A place built for families quietly used remains of the dead to sell a better illusion. Most riders had no idea what they were looking at. They smiled. They took photos. Death was right there, hidden under bright lights and music. No warnings, no signs, just real bones dressed up as fun. That's what makes it unsettling. The magic worked because nobody knew the truth. And once you do, the ride never feels the same again. That choice feels unsettling, but Disney has always softened reality when the truth becomes too uncomfortable. On screen, it's a simple story about loss, love, and family. A parent and child trying to survive together. It feels gentle and safe, but real nature does not work that way. In the real ocean, the biology behind that story changes everything. Roles shift, bodies change, family lines blur in ways no child's movie would ever show. If the story followed real-life rules, it would no longer feel innocent at all. Disney removes these facts on purpose. It softens the world to protect the viewer, and that contrast is disturbing. The truth is not hidden because it's rare, it's hidden because it's uncomfortable. To keep the story safe, Disney has to erase it completely. Still, no matter how careful the illusion is, small mistakes can expose what was never meant to be seen. The animation looks smooth, but it's made of thousands of single frames. Most pass too fast to notice, but sometimes one frame slips through. In this case, it was enough to cause panic. Millions of copies had to be pulled back once people noticed what appeared for just a moment in the background. It was brief, but it mattered. That frame was never meant for children's eyes. The mistake broke trust. Parents expect care, especially from a company built on family values. This wasn't about how long it appeared, it was about the fact that it appeared at all. When something is made for kids, even 1 second counts. Even one frame is enough. And when those moments stop feeling like accidents, people begin to notice something much harder to explain. This one doesn't start with a shock. It starts quietly. Over time, viewers began noticing the same shapes showing up again and again. Not once, not twice, across many different films. In places your eyes are not meant to focus on. Backgrounds, shadows, objects that feel slightly off. Some people laugh it off, others don't. What disturbs viewers is not one image, but the pattern itself. Different movies, different years, same strange details. Disney has offered explanations, but the feeling never fully goes away. When something repeats this often, people stop asking if it's a joke. They start asking why it keeps happening at all, and that's where the discomfort lives. There are no clear answers here, only questions. And sometimes, questions are worse. Disney seems magical, but these hidden truths reveal a darker side. Watch closely next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us what shocked you most.